Hi, I'm Chef Steve. Welcome to the Care Kitchen, where we cook with kindness. This program is brought to you by Comfort Care and At Your Side. Comfort Care and At Your Side provides personal care for people throughout the United States and Canada. I'm here with our program here in the Care Kitchen every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We feature great recipes from the Care Kitchen cookbook, as well as just having some great fun with food and figuring out great ways to engage with those in our care. It may be our family member. It may be someone that we're paid to take care of. It may be ourselves that we're taking care of. But in any case, we need to concentrate on great nutrition, excellent flavor, the best ingredients that we can get, and also keeping in mind budget. So today, we're going to be doing a great recipe from the Care Kitchen cookbook that is a real classic standard: grilled cheese and tomato soup. So I've done a little bit of work in advance. I made a tomato soup, which is a very quick and easy recipe. I've got it sitting right here in this container. This is basically a can of crushed tomatoes, a little bit of heavy cream, a little olive oil, and some seasonings: garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and oregano. And that's it. Cooked it up, brought it to a simmer, let the flavors blend for about 15 minutes, ready to go. So we're going to concentrate on making our grilled cheese sandwiches now. And I'm going to start by getting my griddle on. Get my griddle warmed up. And we'll get our sandwiches together. So I've got a couple of different breads here that I'm going to use. I'm going to use a whole grain bread, so we get lots of fiber. And I also have a brioche bread that we're going to do something a little bit different with. We're going to dip it in eggs, sort of like a French toast, and then grill it. So we're going to get that together. Okay, so we're going to put our grilled cheese sandwiches together. I've got my whole grain bread right here. And we've got a nice whole grain. Of course, the fiber is so important, helping with our digestion, and also helps to control blood sugar, helps to control cholesterol, because it keeps everything moving and really helps to absorb nutrition. Okay, so we're going to make this one. This is going to be classic. I'm going to use some cheddar cheese, and I'm going to mix it with some American cheese. So we've got our American, we've got our cheddar on our whole grain bread, ready to go. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do something a little different here with the grilled cheese. This is a dipped grilled cheese, dipped in an egg batter, very similar to a classic sandwich called a Monte Cristo, which is actually ham and cheese. So I've got an egg in this little cup, and I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese in here also. We're going to mix that up and enrich that batter. This should be very good. This is a really nice item to do. And I got my griddle heating up here. We'll just give it a wipe. You'll see that steam coming off there, and our grill is all seasoned, ready to go. All I got to do is put some butter down. We'll just get that excess right off of there. In the meantime, let's make our other grilled cheese sandwich. Now, this is brioche bread, which is a little eggy in flavor. And we've got our batter right here. So I'm going to put that batter into a little pan to make it easier to dip the sandwich. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Swiss cheese. I've got Swiss here. I'm going to use on this sandwich. And that's a classic. I love Swiss cheese. And I also like the way it when it melts, it kind of creates these stringy kinds of things. And that's a lot of fun. And a delicious cheese. Okay, so we've got our Swiss cheese on there. And we've got that sandwich ready to go. Now, this sandwich is going to be dipped in the egg batter. So let's get it in there. And then we'll be ready to start grilling here in a minute. Okay. Get our griddle nice and up to temperature. We're ready to go. Okay. And this is one of those simple things that I like to use a griddle for because the griddle works very easily. This is a small griddle. It's perfect for making a small amount of food. It's a very useful tool to have in the kitchen and very simple on the countertop. The other fun thing about this is it's the kind of thing that's so easy to make an activity out of because you can bring the griddle right there. You can sit across from someone. They can watch you do it. They can help you put the sandwiches together. So it really creates a lot of fun and makes it more interactive that way. Okay, so let's get some butter on the griddle. Do our sandwiches. Okay, so got some butter on the griddle now, and we'll just let that melt around a little bit. Let me grab my spatula while I'm thinking of it also. Okay, so we can flip it. Okay, we'll get that butter all melted around there. We can put our sandwiches down. Okay, so let's start off. This one's going to take a little bit longer dipped in the egg batter, so I'm going to put that one on. And we'll get that one started. Okay. A little messy on the hands, but of course, like we always do, just clean as we go. And keep your area clean. It makes it much easier when you're organized and everything's clean. And I was working with raw eggs, so I am going to wash my hands now. CDC says 20 seconds of hand washing kills any bacteria that may create any kind of sickness. So let me wash my hands. Be back in a second. Okay, so I've washed my hands and I've got my other grilled cheese here we're going to put down on the griddle. Got butter on there already. And we just want to make sure that we don't have our heat too high so that the bread gets too dark. Gold with a grilled cheese sandwich. Nice color of the bread, golden brown, and cheese is melted. So that's what we want to achieve. So we can't get that cheese melted if we do it too fast. We'll get the bread browned, but the cheese won't be melted. So we're going to do it slow. Okay, so in the meantime, let's see how we're doing here. I'm just going to take a little peek, and that looks like it's coming up nice. We'll just give it another minute on that side, and then we'll flip it over. So in the meantime, also, while we're doing this, I have my tomato soup here, which is very, very simple. And I've got a bowl, and really basically it's as simple: a can of tomatoes, a little bit of cream, some seasonings. We're going to just pop this in the microwave for a couple of minutes and get it hot. Okay, put our soup aside for a second, and we'll get our soup going here in the microwave in a minute, and that'll be ready to go when our sandwiches are ready. So let's see where we're at here. Let's get this one flipped. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Love that color. And that's the one that's dipped in the egg. It looks really, really nice. And let's see how our other one's doing. Gets a nice golden brown. And we'll let that cook. We'll let these sit here and let that bread get nice and brown. Let that cheese get nice and melty. Okay. One thing about this meal is it's so classic. Everybody has probably a great memory. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Mom made it all the time. We grew up on these things, especially a lot of baby boomers remember Campbell's soup and grilled cheese. It was just like one of those real, like, very conventional things that really defined the culture growing up in the 50s. So these bring back all those memories, these kinds of recipes, these types of meals. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. We got our sandwiches going, and we'll just give them a little bit more time for the cheese to melt. In the meantime, I'm going to pop the tomato soup in the microwave and get that ready, heat it up, ready to go. Okay, so we're popping that in. And that'll take about 2 minutes. I'm just going to get that set, hit that, and we'll get that going while we wait for our grilled cheese sandwiches to melt. You know, one of the things I always love to point out is how much fun cooking can be when we share it. Talking about recipes, deciding what we're going to make, figuring out the shopping. You know, I love to do the online grocery shopping, and it really gives me all of everything, all of the possibilities in front of me. I think it's a great way to shop. So I often do that and find that I can actually be more budget conscious because I'm actually able to compare the prices of things and figuring out what's on sale without going to different stores because I'm all online. So it's a really great time-saving, money-saving thing to do, really, when it comes to getting your food, getting the best food that you can get so that you're getting great nutrition and it's the stuff you like. Okay, so we've got our grilled cheeses almost ready to go. Soup is now hot, coming out of the microwave, nice and piping hot. And that's ready to go. Okay, so we'll put our soup aside for a second. Let's see what we've got here. These are just about ready to come off of the griddle. It looks great. Okay, nice and melted, nice and golden brown. And our other grilled cheese also, cheese is getting nice and melted. We got nice color on the bread. And we're ready to go. We'll take those off. Let's get our grill turned off. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 great sandwiches here and some tomato soup. I'm just going to give that tomato soup a taste because it looks so good and I know how good this soup is and it's so simple. So delicious. You know, it's much better to me than just opening a can of tomato soup because I got a really great tomato flavor enriched with a little bit of cream, and then I can put my spices in, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, which I really like in tomato soup, and it turns out great. So, okay, let's see what we've got here. Now we're going to cut our grilled cheese sandwiches. This is our standard and classic grilled cheese, cheddar and American. Of course, you can use any type of cheese that you like. And how nice is that? So there is our classic grilled cheese. And now I'm going to cut our egg dipped grilled cheese, which is something a little bit different. And we've got Swiss cheese on this one. And got 2 beautiful grilled cheese sandwiches here. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to try first because they both look so great. Okay, let's clean up our spot right here a little bit, and we're ready to give these a taste. So we've got some great grilled cheese sandwiches here. Okay, let's try this one, the egg dipped with the Swiss cheese. So good, delicious, really, really good. And you know, the beauty of that too is we're adding protein. We've got a full egg added to that sandwich, and it has a great flavor to it. And that cheese is so melty and delicious. There's nothing better than melted cheese. It's so delicious. And here is our classic grilled cheese, nice and melted. Outstanding. One thing I like to do is dip the grilled cheese right in the tomato soup. Classic combo. So delicious. Well, this has been great fun. I've got a great lunch for myself right here that I made, so this is great. I really thank you for joining me today. This program is brought to you by Comfort Care and At Your Side. I'm Chef Steve here in the Care Kitchen, where the main ingredient is kindness. It's so much fun to be with you. Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm here every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. featuring great recipes from the Care Kitchen Cookbook and just having some fun and being inventive, using those recipes as a springboard for our imaginations and creativity. Great that you spent time with me today. I look forward to the next one. Chef Steve signing off for today. See you next time. Bye.